Live from beautiful downtown Bastrop, it's time for the Stage Select, starring Julian, Titus, and Justin Ham.
What could this possibly be? Seems a lot like a podcast. Wonder what specifically. Talking about video games. With your hosts, you're in good hands. Not more of the same. Now we'll jump right in. So expect the unexpected and more. Now we'll get grooving. Never know who's gonna walk through the door. There just might be some tragedy. It's just having fun with our special guest. Time for Stage Select.
And here are your hosts, Julian, Titus, and Justin Ham.
Welcome, one and all, to the Stage Select. I'm Julian Titus.
I'm Justin Ham. Hi. I apologize for this episode. I don't know why. I'm just going to apologize for it up front. Let's just get out in front of it, Julian.
Justin, I think that's a really good course of action.
Let's just get out in front of it.
Yeah.
Let's
I was over half an hour late.
Uh-huh.
Now we're experiencing some weirdness. There's like some sort of weird ghost in the machine that is causing my microphone to be like way lower than it normally is. And I'm hoping that things just go to plan in the editing bay.
Right.
Because this is real bad, man.
Yeah.
And also we kind of talked before the show, and Justin is doing like he didn't do much, and I still have like just a couple of things to talk about games wise, so it's gonna be just like kind of a shit show, I think. So yeah, apologies in advance.
Did you hear that? That was weird. Anyway, I swear I hear things around here, but yeah, apologies in advance. Okay, yeah, it might just be me. Anyway, yeah, sorry about this episode. It might be weird. Like I said, I don't have much. I've been doing stuff. I was looking while I was waiting for Julian, though. I was looking at new games on Steam, because why wouldn't I do that? And it seems the ultimate video game has been released of I Am Jesus Christ.
Dude, yes, I saw that. I almost bought it today because I was like, that's a definite like Suffer Select game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I was like, it came up and I was like, I'm sorry.
It's 50% off for Easter weekend.
Well, we might. You know what? I'm just. How could I resist? How can I resist that? I like how there's okay, hold on. I can buy it in a bundle with 2 games for 50% off, and it's 1 cent lower than the introductory offer with another game that with no games. It's just I can buy it, so why wouldn't I buy this other game? I guess called Out of Reach. What is this game? It's an open world survival, multiplayer crafting piece of shit game that I don't want to play, but I can buy both of them. They're by the same developer for 1 cent cheaper than I can if I just buy I Am Jesus Christ. So
yeah, that seems scammy as hell. It's what you associate with it with Jesus Christ. It's scams.
Yeah. But yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, man, I didn't realize that Jesus's life had so much platforming involved. This is fucking wild. Like, I really didn't know that. That's pretty crazy.
So we got the title already squared away within the first couple minutes of the show.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we're turning it around. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, especially since we're recording this Easter weekend, so it'll also be timely.
Exactly. You know what? I don't want this other game in my library, so I will pay 1 cent more to not have it in my fucking library. Yeah, let's just go with that.
That seems like a good course of action.
Yeah.
On that note, 2 things. One, I was looking at Steam earlier today when I saw that was there, and also there's a game that was on my wish list that I've been eyeing that I didn't realize had come out, which is called Aether and Iron. And you might want to take a look at that. Aether spelled Aether.
Okay.
It's like a Steam cyberpunk like tactical RPG.
Okay.
It looks kind of dope with like it seems like the talkie parts are definitely inspired by Disco Elysium, and then the combat is like while you're in a car like driving on the highway, which is an interesting type of
that's different.
battle system.
Well, I've just purchased I Am Jesus Christ, the video game, so we'll someday we'll play it. It's gonna happen.
Well done. That might be one that we play during the yeah, I don't know. I kind of
let's just wait until around Christmas time, Julian, and then we'll really get in the spirit of the holiday.
Yeah, maybe we'll do an extra Suffer Select.
That's
then.
Maybe we will.
Yeah.
Aether and Iron, you say? Why not? Maybe we just make this the let's look at shit on Steam fucking episode. Okay.
Well, while Justin's looking that up, also, I do need to announce that the results are in for the next Suffer Select poll. So we will be playing Christmas Land Opposite Worlds with 64% of the vote. So,
all right.
Patrons, please look forward to that coming shortly.
I'm glad I looked nothing up about that game. So that's fun.
But there's not much to see. It's like a really short trailer, a handful of screenshots, and then I can't find anything on it on YouTube. It's one of those.
Yeah, gotcha. This game looks pretty cool. This looks pretty neat. Yeah. I found it reviews during one of the Next Fests, but I didn't download the demo. I was just like, oh, that looks like it's up my alley, and I just added it to my wish list. This looks pretty dope. Yeah, this looks really cool. I will add this to the wish list for now. Let's see. Will you let me add it to my wish list? I cannot add it to my wish list. Do I have too many things on my wish list?
Is there a limit?
I didn't know. I don't know. But apparently it won't. Let's try closing Steam. Let's just try closing it all the way down. Exit Steam. Thank you. Now let's open it back up. You have to.
If that doesn't work, I would say just download the demo so it's in your library. So
that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I don't want to do that now. I'm waiting for network. Okay, still waiting. Okay. Oh, logging in. Okay, all right, good.
Okay, well,
good.
While Justin's Steam client is still waiting, I will also announce that I was on Games My Mom Found again.
Great.
Link to that episode will be in the show notes. Come listen to me be the one dissenter on Street Fighter 3 as a series.
Okay.
That's one of those where I always I'm used to that one, because I know that I'm in the minority on that, but I've never liked Street Fighter 3, and I continue to not like Street Fighter 3. I played all of them in preparation for that episode, and I was like, yeah, this still ain't it. Like, I hate these characters. I hate the way this game feels. It just not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting show. I hope I'll be back for 4, though, because 4 is like one of my all-time favorites, if not my favorite Street Fighter.
Okay, I have added that to my wish list. There is still no limit to how much stuff you can have on your wish list.
Excellent.
I added so I get this is what I do now when Julian's if he's running a little late and I'm here, is I just go through and look up what I've missed in the porn universe.
Sure.
And there's apparently a lot.
There's stuff coming out every damn day.
Constantly. It's insane. It's just nuts. I didn't know there was a new Third Crisis game. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. But why not?
So I saw that on Itch, and I think what it is it's more of a hey, we're doing a new Third Crisis thing, but this is more of a weird teaser/demo thing.
It looks like a weird spin-off thing, but I don't actually know. It says 2D narrative RPG. I think I don't know what it is, but might be I don't know.
Maybe that's the thing they're actually working on, and the thing that I saw on Itch was more of this is a taster of it, because that a lot of Itch stuff is
there is a demo. There is a demo for it. But I remember the original Third Crisis was so far off when I found it the first time. That I think I found it on Itch, but they were you can just go on Steam and just download the demo, and it's actually everything we have up to this point. And I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, guess I'll just do that then. But yeah, no, this, I mean, it exists. It's here. It looks like it's a full blown game. It's not a tactical thing like the other one was. I don't know what the fuck's going on in it, but it looks disturbing.
I almost installed that this week because I still haven't gotten around to playing the full game, but I ended up installing Lust Epidemic because I was like, you know what? I really need to get this NLT porn game universe under my belt.
You really do.
It's been so long since I played the first one that I should just go ahead and like replay that one before I go into Treasure of Nadia.
You really got to do Treasure of Nadia and its sequel. Genesis.
And there's another one after that. They've got 4 now.
They got 4 now. Where's the other one?
There's one called like Serpent something.
Oh fuck! Where do you
that's
find
the one
that?
they're currently working on. It's after like Genesis Order is done, and they're working on a 4th one.
Yeah, I haven't. They don't have a Steam page for it. So, Serpent something? I don't know. Serpent. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Nothing so far. Let's. All right. Let me go find old Treasure of Nadia in here. Because I feel like I was looking because I was like, they got to be working on a new one, right? Because these people just don't stop.
Right.
Yeah, so far on Steam it's just the 3, but oh god, I might have to Google this.
You're gonna have to Google it probably. Yeah, I think it's probably that's their current like Patreon project is that new one.
Oh, what's their name again? NLT Media, yeah, okay. With us. Alright, MLT Media, okay, alright, yep. Genesis Order. Oh, Symphony of the Serpent. Oh, you can play Symphony of the Serpent. You can play. You can't play it yet, but you can. Apparently, you can. Oh, you have to be on their Patreon.
Yeah, because I've definitely seen like gameplay of it on like tube sites.
Okay. Yeah. War Between Heaven. Oh my god. Yeah. These. Oh my god. I love how fucking deep they fucking go. It's insane. It's unhinged, but I love it.
Yeah. And this one's got it's like an isometric view, which is interesting. Like when you're just walking around, like
all right,
it's a completely different perspective.
We're fucking upping our game here. This is great. Yeah. This is good. I
will say that Lust Academy had like new stuff. I guess the last time that I played it wasn't finished. So
really?
Like I noticed that there was like voice acting where there wasn't voice acting before, and there was like a CG like intro that wasn't there before.
Okay.
I'm almost positive that I named my character, but you can no longer name the character because they call him by name in voice acting.
Yeah. That would be interesting. I wonder if they did that to any of the other ones, because that'd be fascinating actually.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know either. I don't know when I don't know if I can see when the last time they were updated was. That's a fascinating. Okay, when November 2025. No, this is not available in simplified Chinese. This is just Treasure of Nadia. I'm just looking to see. You can get $10 off Lovin's devices for the. I don't think I need that. Some small fixes, but that's from 2022. Yeah, no, I played it after that. I'm pretty sure. No, so they like Treasure of Nadia had some voice acting, but it was only in like the cutscenes, like the real, and it was
this isn't fully voiced, but
right.
There is I definitely I probably played it in 2022 or so, but I do not recall there being any voice acting at all when I played it. But I could be wrong. Maybe I just don't remember.
Oh, I don't know. That's the one I haven't played of it. So yeah, I know that the group from it shows up in Treasure of Nadia, and I think a little bit in the last one, but I can't really remember. Yeah, man, what a fucking. I mean, the thing that they make in that game is prevalent throughout all of them, but.
Right, like that's kind of the whole like kickoff for everything going on. Oh yeah, from what I understand.
And then somehow that evolved into a war between heaven and hell. How we got there, I don't know yet. But
right,
well, I kind of do know because that was the whole thing with Genesis Order. Was like you get visited by some sort of like either you have like a guardian angel or something.
Oh,
And then-
interesting.
And then like
Oh yeah, come to think of it, like Treasure of Nadia from the little that I played, like you have like a fairy or something that's kind of like your
something like that.
your guide,
Yeah.
but it didn't seem like integral to the plot. It felt like more of a thing for you, the player, not necessarily
Yeah.
the player character.
Yeah,
but
no, this one is integral to the plot. Like she's like a thing. But like you know, nobody else can see her or whatever. But like
Philip
eventually,
Becker is like in the Discord right now, like jotting out like just the biggest comment because he's so well versed in the NLT verse at this point, like far more than you.
who is it? I'm sorry.
Philip Becker.
Oh yeah,
'Cause you set him on that dark path.
I did, and rightfully so. That shit's great. Like it's insane. It's so unhinged. Like Treasure of Nadia has like some of the all time greatest cutscenes I've ever seen. Mostly because they're terrible. Like they're not good, but like they're amazing at the same time. Like I can't. Words can't describe it. Like it's just great. Genesis Order is unhinged. Man, that whole thing is just nuts. It's just nuts. I love NLT media. I hope they never stop. It's the Fast and the Furious of porn games, really.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I started back over with Lust Epidemic, because I was like, I kind of need to see like the whole thing so I get all of the references and lore.
Right.
Which I'm still stymied. I haven't continued my Fast and Furious movie watch,
right?
Because I'm really bad about rewatching shit.
Yeah,
but I'll get there.
Yeah. What else? What else is going on in the porn verse here? There's some. I think this looks like a weird card based, Darkest Dungeon clone, but it's porn. Why not?
There's a few of those.
Yeah. Sexorcism Lust Confession. Why not? That's what it's called. Oh god. Notoria Tactics. What was this one?
I looked at that one. Actually looks kind of rad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this was the Fire Emblem one, right? Yeah. Because I remember looking at it like, huh? Okay, why not?
Yeah. It takes the Fire Emblem thing of like if you put like units together, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you put your girlfriend unit next to like the other dude in your party too much, he starts like they start a thing like behind your back,
right?
Which is kind of neat. Like
that's great.
You using like the actual like gameplay part of it integrate in.
That sounds pretty dope.
The porn aspect.
Yeah. When I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, no, this looks okay.
Yeah,
looks pretty okay. Oh boy, but that's
always
really
frustrating when I find like a new one that looks interesting on like a tube site, and then I try to find it and I can't find it.
Yeah,
literally had that today where I was like, oh, that one looks like it might be up my alley, and I look it up, and it's like, where can I even download this? Because it seems like it's an abandoned game because there's not even a Patreon,
right?
But then I saw that they released an update like not that long ago, and it's like, oh, this is only on Subscribe Star.
Oh God.
And that's a thing where it's like I can't even sign up for that because of where I live without having to like give them, you know, all of my personal information and the blood of my firstborn.
Yeah.
So yeah. Dude, if we end up in a situation where like all adult content is completely banned because of these fucking Republicans, I don't know. I don't know, like fucking A, man. Why are y'all so weird about that? No Republican is listening to this.
Probably not.
But why are y'all so weird about it?
Why wouldn't they be? They always have been.
Yeah.
The kids, Julian, we have to think of the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're watching the grossest shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess I just I'll put this here since, you know, it's kind of a meandering show.
Why not?
March was our second highest month for downloads ever, Justin. And when I say that, I mean we came extremely close to beating the month when our giant bomb ads were running, which
why?
I don't know. And I thought it was going to take us years to ever get even within spitting distance of that number.
Yeah.
I do have cause for concern because I'm wondering if it was one of those things where like a handful of like like agencies or in people trying to like find podcasters to grift just like kind of scraped everything.
Oh yeah, why not?
Because like there was 2 days where we had exactly 58 downloads from 3 separate listeners.
Okay.
And I'm like, that seems a little too...
That's a little weird. Yeah.
That's a little weird. But they weren't the same 58 episodes.
Weird. Okay, that's weird too. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking too. So I just say that to say that if there are any actual new people that came on and liked what they heard and are sticking around, welcome.
Yeah.
Make yourselves known. We always like to hear from new listeners.
Right.
But yeah, it was just like wild because like it just kept going up and I was like, what's happening?
That's weird.
What's going on?
You might. I always thought there was like something in like. I always had a theory. It was something like you would put something in the description of the podcast, or like in randomly in the tags or something like that. And
there's
that
always that possibility.
Yeah.
I also thought because the videos that I've been doing for the YouTube site have been doing decent. I mean, it's not anything like crazy, but it's like we'll get like sometimes 40-50 views on a video
good.
that I do. So that could be driving some people towards the actual podcast. Hopefully that was the plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, just it was a weird thing to see because I was like, after the Giant Bomb ad month, I was like, oh man, it's going to be like 4 years from now before we ever get 600 downloads again. And no, it was actually not that long. It was just a handful of months. Weird. Especially because the month before was like our lowest month in
what a
comeback.
Year. Who knows?
Yeah.
No idea. Couldn't tell you.
So, of course, Justin, what that means is that when this month's downloads are invariably like way lower than last month's, I'm going to be sounding the alarm and, be wringing my hands about how the show is like on its last legs because it's down from our record-breaking month before. That's how business works. I've come to learn.
No, the number can only go up, Julian.
Number can only go up.
Yeah.
And anything else is a clear sign that like we're gonna have to let some people go probably next month. That's what I'm saying.
Really? Yeah.
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 God damn. I did hear I was listening to Giant Bomb. I usually do like a convenience store run before we record so I can get some caffeine. And they were talking about Disney being interested in purchasing Epic. And that made those recent layoffs make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how can you have like the most popular game in the world and the most popular game engine in the world, and you're making like billions upon billions of dollars, and yet you're somehow trying to say like, oh well, the math just isn't mathing anymore, and blah blah blah. It's like bullshit.
The Fortnite train is going down, which I could see that. I could see the Fortnite train kind of like sort of slowing down a lot because but still.
I always felt that like as a business, right? Like you're supposed to kind of build things in to be able to withstand lean times or a downward turn, right?
Yeah.
There was a time when World of Warcraft had like 15 million players, right? I know they don't have anything near that now, but I always thought like even back then I was like, I bet that they have it set up to where like they can run that game on like 2 million subscribers easy.
Probably.
And now we'll wait. We'll see. Like maybe that's no longer the case, but
possibly.
Like back when things started to go down, I was like, yeah, I bet they're fine. Like I bet even at like a third of what their highest was, like they're still totally like in the black.
Yeah, for sure. But like, who knows, man? It's tough to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that would make sense to make it look more appealing for Disney to buy them out or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I could totally see it. I don't know what. I mean, I really don't know why Disney would want Epic.
Apparently, it has to do with the new CEO. He seems more gung ho about not only Fortnite, but also I don't know if you've heard, but like there's an aspect of Unreal Engine 5 that's been used for a lot of Hollywood productions in the last like 5 or 6 years.
I believe that. Yeah.
So they're also interested in that stuff.
If you have that for just you, I can see it.
But the funny thing is that like Disney, they always do this. They do a big like, oh, we're gonna get back into games in a big way, and then
never
they
do.
release like 1 or 2 games and then they shutter everything,
and then they don't sell what they want to, and then because people that like, I'm not saying that nobody that plays video games likes Disney, but like, I don't know, a Disney video game is kind of a hard sell sometimes, especially with what they put out a lot of the time. Like, what was the last one that I even remember? Or was that a Dream, that like farming game that they put out or whatever?
Oh yeah, Dreamlight Valley was actually pretty popular.
I'm sure it was, but like, I don't care about that. Like,
right.
Well,
but you don't. I mean, you're like the worst demographic to.
Yeah.
Like, you hate Disney.
I'm
so
not.
like,
yeah, but like, I mean, even still, like, they'll try to make like a Mickey Mouse game, and it's like, yeah, some people will play that, but I don't. Yeah, not that many. Like kids these days are into the Roblox and possibly Fortnite sometimes, but that's just what they're into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still salty that they canceled that Pirates of the Caribbean Mass Effect style RPG from seventh generation.
Cool. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah. I did try out a couple new things.
That's good, because I didn't have much free time this week.
Yeah, I heard you on when we took a break last week. I was like, oh, I was like, I'm not going to bring up Crimson Desert again this week, mainly because I didn't play much of it. Right. But if Justin picked it up, then I've got stuff to piggyback off of.
I bought it.
Okay.
And I bought it today. Planned on playing it because I was like, okay, I'm going to buy it because I had today off. Of work. I actually had the craziest thing, Julian, is I had most of the week off and I still just like had no fucking free time. It was kind of nuts.
Oh, you had personal stuff that you had to deal with.
Yeah, it was a lot. Oh God, I'll get into it maybe. But I bought it and I was like, okay, I got all day to play this. I just have to do one thing today, like, because we kind of like made it to where it was like, okay, we just have to do this one thing and then we're done. And that one thing turned into like, okay, we're gonna do this thing as well. Okay, that's fine. And then that thing turned into like, okay, wait a second, I also need to do this and this and this because we did oh my God, it sucked. I had to hang a mirror and hang a shelf. Hanging shelves is a pain in the ass sometimes, man. It sucks. I don't know if you've done that. It's not super fun. So my mom has this old shelf. It's like an old wooden shelf that she insisted on having. And I was like, okay. And it's one of those, if you ever hung a picture where it has homeowners or people who have hung things will know what I'm talking about. A lot of things have like the wire in the back. That's easy. Right. You just put one nail up, you're done. Good. The mirror was like that. I was like, cool. I know how to. I can do that. That's fine. But this thing has like a double hanger thing that you have to. So you have to like sit there and try to line it up. And there's a trick to it. But unfortunately, this house is fucking tape free, and it's fucking bullshit. I don't understand why we're tape free, but we are. I couldn't find any fucking tape in this house. So that's my problem. Yeah, I was because I like learned this neat trick off the internet one time, and I was like, oh, next time I go to hang something like that, I'm gonna do that because that looks super easy. You just get some tape, and then you mark on the tape where the little dots are, and you put the tape on the wall. You level it out. And then you put your nails in or whatever the fuck you're using. There you go. That's where the stuff is. But I didn't have that, so I'm sitting there like with a fucking level, just trying to fucking draw a straight line, and my level's not long enough to fucking do this shit. So I'm just like, oh, this is miserable. This fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't fun.
No,
but I figured it. I may have, put a hole in my wall that was unnecessary, but that's neither here nor there. It's fine. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I have finally like hung stuff up in this office, but I did it with command strips, so like I still have not put any holes in my walls. And it's a weird thing because like I still think of myself as renting. So even though I've been here for like 5 years as of this summer, it's never sunk in that it's like this is mine. So it's like, well, I mean, when I move out, I'm gonna have to like plaster over those holes. So
yeah.
It's a
No,
whole thing.
you don't have to do any of that shit. But no, like, no, I was just sitting there like, oh man, I don't know. I thought about command strips, but you can't use them with something that heavy. It's just gonna fucking fall off. Because of course these are fucking old, weird, antique, fucking solid wood shelf, and this fucking mirror's like 800 fucking pounds. It's not that heavy. It's like, oh, I don't have to find a stud for this one. Luckily, I know how to do that. I'm so disgusted with myself and how much I'm learning about how to do handyman bullshit. It's insane. I don't like it. I don't like this version of me, but at the same time, that's what I'm evolving into. I mowed my lawn Monday.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I pay a guy.
Yeah. I mowed my lawn Monday, and I felt like my father because it started out with like there was people like a couple weeks back. It was still cold out, and they were mowing their lawn. I'm like, what the fuck are these people doing? Like, this is not the time for that.
Yeah.
And then a week passed, and it got warmer, and like 2 or 3 more people did it. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to do that. And then I started looking out, and I was like, oh man, I think my neighbors right next door fucking mowed their lawn. I'm gonna have to go out. I have to do it now, or else I'm gonna look like a fucking slob, and I can't do that. And so I went out and mowed the lawn. And then
Mike Fallick is fuming right now.
Well, I don't want a bill from the city, so here we are.
No, I get it. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, I wouldn't give a shit if it wasn't for fucking HOA shit.
I don't. We don't even have an HOA, but like
But whoever, but there's always someone.
Something. Yeah, there's always someone that's like, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't need all that. So then I get out there and I start mowing, and I get to where my neighbors next door are, and slowly I make the realization that, oh, they didn't actually mow their lawn. It's just the grass grew kind of weird, and it's a little shorter over here. Well, I feel like a dick. But at least I know what goes in, what mowing this lawn entails, and at least it's not that bad.
Sure.
So here we are. Fuck, man. My life is weird. But yeah,
just picturing you mowing your lawn like that one guy on that Chappelle Show bit where he's listening to the Ass and Titty song, and he's just like, using his ass to like move the mower along.
That would be fun. I wish I was more like that, but I'm more just out there like, oh, this sucks. But I'll just straight face do it.
Yeah,
and I had a snowplow fucking hit a part of my street wrong and blew a bunch of fucking concrete rocks up on my thing. And so I had to throw those up on my fucking driveway and throw them in the trash. And then, oh my God, that day was insane. I had a freezer delivered. That sucked.
Oh man. Yeah. You're really getting into the the house life.
Yeah.
Mode.
So like, if it isn't obvious, my I think I said this last episode, right? My mom moved in with me.
Right.
My mom is, we'll just put it like this. She's a unique individual with a little bit of, mental stuff going on. So she needs, a little bit of help sometimes, but she's a worrier. Like, she worries a lot about things, and she will just constantly bring them up. So to assuage her, we were like, okay, we're gonna get a freezer. It'll be fine. We'll bring all your food that you're really worried about that we're never gonna fucking eat, and we'll put it in this fucking freezer and forget about it. It's fine.
Okay. I thought you were talking about like a garage freezer for your meats.
It is a garage freezer for our meats, basically.
Oh, okay.
It is a garage freezer, and I had these men deliver it, and which was an extra $100 on top of the fucking freezer. So So they deliver this freezer, and immediately I'm like, I'm really worried about this. Not because it's a freezer, but my garage door, as I've stated in the past, will not open. My big one.
Right.
So they have to go in through the small door, and I'm immediately like, if this thing doesn't fit, fuck me. Like, because I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
So some large men appear, and they have the box, and I tell them this, and they just kind of laugh, and they just go, well, if it doesn't fit through the door, you're kind of on your own. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And it barely fit through this fucking door. I have so much fucking cardboard from all this goddamn furniture I've been putting together that I have to get rid of still. I have a friend of mine coming to do that soon to get rid of this fucking cardboard because it's just driving me insane. But so I had to move all of that so that the door would fully open so that they could squeeze it through there. And then it was still in the box, and they're like, okay, you're on your own from here. And I'm like, great. And then I'm looking at this box, and I'm like, okay, well, all I got to do, right, is just cut the box open, slide it over, good to go, no problem. Not realizing that it has a big fucking styrofoam thing underneath of it. And I'm like, this is fan-fucking-tastic. I have to get this off of here by myself because nobody in my house can really lift anything.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, how the fuck am I going to do this? And if you're ever in this situation, listeners, here's my advice. This is what I found out after about, half an hour of just staring at this fucking thing and kind of trying to wiggle it out. The problem was like the legs sat in there just perfectly. And I was like, okay, I just got to get these legs out from under it. Like, that's the problem. So I stuck a cardboard box in between the legs. Like, I lifted it up and just shoved a box in there and then moved it, like rocked it on top of the box, and then it slid right off. And I was like, I'm a fucking genius. This is great. And then I plugged it in, the freezer worked. And that's really the story. And now I have... Oh, go ahead.
Just the description of all of that sounds like it could have been the end of one Justin Ham if things had gone a different way.
I was like, well, at least I like, if this freezer falls on me, at least I can lift it off of me. Cause like I'm moving it pretty easily. It's not that, it's heavy, but it's not that bad.
Okay.
But like, yeah, it's not like vending machine bad, Like I feel like I'm going to be hurt, but I probably can get it off of me. It's fine. But now, because I cut two sides of the box off, it has this like, it just formed this like weird corner box with a top on it. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this. So I put it like on this, like on the bend, and like you walk in the door of my garage, and now there's just a weird little like box thing that you walk in between. And it's just like, this is our little gateway to the corner. It forms a little makeshift wall. This fucking cardboard is driving me nuts. Oh, it sucks. Home ownership, it's great. You love it.
No, I don't. I so badly want to go back to apartment living.
Yeah, I'm coming around to it. Like I said, it's sometimes I'm like, it's a lot of work and this sucks, but then there's days where I'm like, it's nice that I can just put a hole in my wall and I don't have to fucking worry about it.
Yeah,
it's nice that I can leave these holes here and I don't care about. Like when I bought this place, they have some sort of weird audio setup that I cannot figure out for the fucking life in me. Like, they ran like speaker wire and shit through the walls. I have no idea how any of it works. And like, there was just mounted speakers that they didn't take, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this shit.
Right.
So I just fucking yanked the fucking speakers off the wall, and there's just two gaping holes, and I was like, eventually I'll just hang a picture over them. Fuck it. I don't have the energy to fucking do all that. Oh my god, it's been a week, Julian.
But if you're Julian, you just have the gaping holes in the wall, and then after about a week, Julian no longer sees the holes, and so they just remain there in perpetuity.
Oh! Don't get it twisted, Julian. They've been there for months now, and we just carry on with our lives like they're not there.
Yeah.
But they're gone now. They aren't getting in the way of anything. So there's that. Oh, what a mess. But it's fun. Like this room that I'm in right now was a mess. Like it was like there was shit everywhere, and we cleaned it out today. Well, Kim did. I didn't do it.
Still more cluttered than it was last time that we recorded.
Oh yeah, no, there's still more stuff. That's because a lot of this stuff we were putting in what is now my mom's room because I was like, well, it's an empty room. Fuck it, we'll just put it in there for now. And then it's like, well, now we have to move all of this stuff, so we gotta figure out new and unique places to put this. And here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But what are you gonna do? Anyway, you played new video games, Julian. Talk about that.
I did play new video games, Justin. I played one that I'm probably around halfway through, and I bought a new game yesterday that I just played basically the first level, but I have thoughts.
Okay.
What are you more interested in hearing about?
What are you more interested in telling me about?
I'll start with last night's just because like it's less of a known quantity than the other game.
Yeah.
So I had to purchase the first new entry in the Legacy of Kain franchise in nearly 20 years. Legacy of Kain Ascension, which came out this week. It's funny because it was announced along with that Legacy of Kain Defiance remaster.
Okay.
And if you bought like the deluxe version of it, you got this game Ascension, but then it said like, oh, Ascension doesn't come out until like later. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just go ahead and release those at the same time to really like capitalize on, yo, Legacy of Kain is back.
Yeah.
But whatever. And I also didn't know that you could buy it separately. So that's nice because like I have decided that I am pretty much done with buying remasters at this point.
Yeah.
Because I can't really justify going back to play games that I've already played if I feel that like the clock is ticking. I'd rather play new shit. The occasional remake is a different thing, but for the most part, even there, I'm like, unless it's a remake of a game that I've never actually finished, I really don't like. So there's rumors that like there's an Ocarina of Time remake that's going to be announced soon, and I'm like, well, I never actually finished Ocarina of Time, so that might be a thing that is of interest to me if it looks cool enough, right? But if it was like if it was like a Link to the Past, well, no, I didn't finish Link to the Past either. If it was like a
yeah,
I guess that's a bad example, but you know, like yeah, basically, I'm just kind of trying to stay away from reissues of games that I've already finished because I feel like that's not a good use of the time that I have left on this mortal coil.
Okay, real quick before you continue, is it Legacy of Kain Ascendance?
Sorry, Ascendance. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I had that right. Okay.
Yes. It is a 2D action platformer. I'm not really sure where it's set because a big thing about the Legacy of Kain franchise is time travel shit.
Yeah.
Like literally the first level. So. It's a weird way to start this game off because you start playing as a character that, from what I understand, was introduced in like a graphic novel or like a limited comic book series.
That's what you want, yeah.
From a couple years ago, and there's like no explanation of who she is. She's a vampire.
Okay.
And she's bound to, or I don't know if she's bound to, there's some like wizard, and I don't know if he's like a wizard ghost or if he's like just from another place in time.
Yeah, you always got to be careful of those wizard ghosts. You
got to be careful of wizard ghosts.
You really do, yeah.
And you got to be extra careful of ghost wizards. They're even worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I can't tell if he's like undead or if he's just contacting her from a different period in time. He seems to have some sort of control over time, because they do talk about shielding her from Mobius, who is the time streamer. He's been there since the original game. So like that,
Right.
that was like I was like, okay, I kind of get what's going on. She's like kind of hopping around time for whatever reason. And then you find out at the end of that first level that her brother is Raziel.
Okay, got
and
it.
the first level is actually set in the time span when Raziel was one of the Seraphim, which were the vampire hunters,
Mhm.
like the holy vampire hunters, because that's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of the big reveal in Soul Reaver is that Raziel and all of Kain's lieutenants had actually been former Seraphim warriors that he turned against their own volition and then
Sure,
made them
yeah.
forget what they were. So it was like this big perversion that he did of the Seraphim. Like he that was like a big
Yeah.
one up for him. So you fight Raziel as a human at the end of this first level.
Right.
And it looks very nice. The music is incredible. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Excellent score.
Okay.
Art style is nice. It's got voice acting, which is cool because you don't usually see that in this type
Yeah.
of game. I would not call this a search action game. It definitely feels more of a level-based game.
Yeah.
It has issues that parts of Shinobi Art of Vengeance had, where it's hard to tell, is that like a pitfall or can I go down there? Which that's a problem. I died probably about 20 times in the first level.
Mm.
And that's not a great first impression.
Yeah.
You have a blood meter, right? That your blood is your health, and it ticks down. And I mean that's the way it was in Blood Omen 1 and Blood Omen 2, but it
Right.
ticks down pretty fast.
Right.
And the enemies are weird. They have bizarre, like old Nintendo style behaviors. So like there's this like sword fighter type of enemy.
Yeah.
And when you roll up on him, he'll like back up, like he'll actually like drop off of a platform. Like
Okay.
it's like he immediately retreats from you. And then but he moves really fast, and then he'll like jump back up to the platform you're at, and then he'll jump over you, and then he'll back up there. And like it's like are you trying to fight me, or are you trying to dance with me, my dude? I don't know what's going on
They
here.
might be trying to do both. You never know.
They might be trying to do both. But they can kill you in a couple hits if you're
Oh, of
not
course,
at
yeah.
like full health, which is another weird thing.
Oh, why not?
Most of my deaths though happened from pitfalls or like environmental stuff. Like there's a lot of torches everywhere,
Yeah.
or just my blood running out and I just drop dead. But
Good.
then I got to Raziel as a boss fight, and he's on a horse, and the only way to attack him is when you jump, you press triangle, and she does this dive kick.
Mhm.
But she doesn't always do it.
Good. That's what you want.
and then like there's times when he'll just like have the horse jump and he'll slash you in the air. So, and that does a fuck ton of damage, and it's a very weirdly balanced game, and it feels very stiff, and the combat is not very good. But then I was thinking, well, that's on brand, because the entire franchise, like, look, I love Legacy of Kain. It has always had mediocre combat.
Sure.
Like the only one in the series that has good combat, and I say good, not great, is Defiance, because that's the one where they're like, hey, the Devil May Cry game sure looks cool. Let's do that. And they did that, and it wasn't as good as Devil May Cry, but it was a decent approximation for the time.
Yeah.
The other so second level, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
You get to play as human Raziel, who is in pursuit of Wraith Raziel, because that is a thing that happens in Defiance.
Okay.
Is that they go back in time. Is it Defiance? It might be Soul Reaver 2. I think it's Soul Reaver 2.
Yeah.
Where the present day Raziel is looking to get the help of Janos Aldrin, and what like the legendary vampire, and then his human self pursues him. And so you're playing as the human Raziel in the second level. And they got Michael Bell to reprise his role as Raziel.
That's cool.
It is. Except that Michael Bell is in his 80s now.
Oh,
and
well.
he fucking sounds like it. And look, I love Michael Bell. Yeah. He's also Prowl.
Yeah.
I feel that this was probably the perfect chance to recast. And I'm super stoked to hear, because I think Simon Templeman is also in this, reprising his role as Kain. So that's going to be like a big pop-off moment for me, because Simon Templeman is also young enough that he can still do it.
Sure.
And Michael Bell's doing a perfectly good job. It's just when you're playing a younger version of the character and you sound like you're 80, you know, it does throw things off a bit. And I was thinking about this. I was like, man, like, okay, so the actor who played Yanis Aldrin is dead. That was Rene Auberjonois from Deep Space Nine. Tony Jay, who played like the ancient one, also dead. Michael Bell in his 80s. Probably just a good sign to go ahead. And if you're going to do anything new with Legacy of Kain, let's just go new, right? Let's recast the entire thing.
That'd probably be the way to go. Yeah.
Yeah. And something like this is a perfect way to get people used to a new voice cast, because it's not like it's like a major release, right? This is obviously like a testing the waters type of product.
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was like under $20. So, you know, it's
let's see what I have it up on Steam here. Well, how much is it right now?
It might have been 20. I want to say
it is 19.99. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I plan on playing it because I need to know, and I've finished all the Legacy of Kain games, but not the best first impression.
I will say it's on Steam as of right now. It is mostly negative reviews. So I mean, it's not overwhelmingly negative, but mostly negative. It's in the red right now. So
I'm wondering if it's because of the actual game or just like some sort of weird.
Most people, from what I'm looking at, seem to, let's see, what are they? Most people just don't like the story part. At least that guy did. People really don't like that it's a generic. This guy is calling it a generic Castlevania from the 80s.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting into this period where it's like there's people who are like, if it's old, it's bad. That also applies to their perception of gamers. Like, oh, if you're old, you don't deserve to be talking about video games because you're old.
This person's complaining about the level design.
I agree with that.
Let's see. Oh man, you know what? You're an adult out there. You can do it. You could read these yourself. But it seems
it sounds like a hodgepodge. I was wondering if there was like some sort of weird like protest rating because of whatever the fuck.
No,
right?
It looks like it's a lot of this looks like people that are like big fans of the series, but okay. There's apparently on Steam it might actually be a little bit more, because I'm reading a lot of people are having crashing problems with it. Okay, so that might be why. But a lot of people are really not liking the story apparently.
Interesting. Yeah, just from the first level, I mean, my thing is just like, I don't know who this is. I don't know like what their motivation is. You get it by the end of the level, but it was like a rather awkward way of starting a story, because I'm like, I just assumed that I was going to start as Kain or Raziel. Yeah, because that's kind of what you would expect,
right,
from a Legacy of Kain game.
Yeah,
but the reveal at the end was actually kind of cool as far as like, oh shit, I'm fighting human Raziel. That's kind of neat.
That is pretty.
Except when he stomped on me like 6 times.
Yeah, well, he'll do that.
Yeah. But yeah, it was either that or Darwin's Paradox that came out this week that I was curious in picking up, and I was like, no, I need to know about Legacy of Kain.
I get it.
I do want to play Darwin's Paradox based on the demo, but that can wait.
Yeah.
Because April, like the back half of April, is actually a little bit packed for me, because there's Pragmata, yeah, which I think that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Like, I barely played Crimson Desert this week, and part of that is that I do feel that it doesn't require, but it's a game that lends itself to long sessions, and I haven't had the energy for long sessions.
Right.
But I think also I'm just like, I really just want to play Pragmata. That demo was so good, and like I can't wait to play that game. And I'm just kind of waiting for that.
Right.
But also the updates to Crimson Desert are coming so hot and heavy that I kind of want to just like give it some time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
One of the things, and this is gonna be one of those things where you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Okay.
So in Crimson Desert, there's no lock picking mechanic, but pretty much any door can be opened with a simple key.
Sure.
And you can either find simple keys off of enemies or in the environment, or you can buy them off of like these like kind of shadowy these like black market dealers that you'll find around.
That's fun that the locksmithing trade must be really easy there, you know?
Right.
You only need one key, you know?
You just need one key.
Yeah. As long as, like, apparently, I'm going to guess they're breaking. Somebody just make a key that doesn't break. You're a locksmith. Done.
Sure.
Easy.
There you go.
You know?
But how it used to be, like, when the game came out, is that if you brushed against a door that was locked and you had a key in your inventory, you would just automatically unlock that door regardless of if you were intending to open that door or not.
Okay, yeah.
And it would just take the slightest touch.
Oh, boy.
And it's like, that's a really weird decision.
Yeah.
And so one of the things in the big update this week was, now there's an actual, like, context prompt to unlock a door if you want to.
That's probably how that should have been. Yeah.
Yeah, because I definitely burned through a shit ton of key, and it's not like, I mean, I think that like over time, like the black market dealer just like restocks on keys, so you can go buy more.
Yeah,
but it's a thing where it's like you'll usually have like 2 or 3 keys on hand, and it sucks when you're just like like walking around a town. It's like, oh, my keys are gone, and like I didn't even really want to or need to go into that building. But now there's a place that I think I do need to go into, and no keys.
And I don't have any keys. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is like there's still like weird shit like that they're working on, and so I kind of want to give it like maybe another month before I really like dedicate myself to it. But since you've purchased it, I do suggest like you need to see it while it's still in the state that it's in, even with like the improvements that they've made over since launch.
I hope to play at least a little bit of it tomorrow or Sunday, one of the two. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
I have family. This weekend I have family shit because it's fucking Easter. God, it never stops. I'm just waiting for it all to calm down. I'm like, God.
Justin Ham got into a street fight with Guile, and Guile said, go home and be a family man. And Justin took that to fucking heart.
Apparently I did. Yeah. Yeah. Here we are.
And then the other thing that I picked up was Life is Strange Reunion.
Okay.
Which is a direct sequel to Life is Strange Double Exposure, which came out a couple years ago.
Okay.
And I really do. I appreciate that. This is one of those things where I think it's like a very smart way of making a new game, right? Because it's like, it's the same area. You're dealing with a lot of the same characters, so you've already done like a lot of the heavy lifting here, right? Like the environment. I mean, they obviously changed it because things happened in the story of Double Exposure that have changed the environment. But like the character models were the same, right? Some of the animations were the same, right? So you're already starting off with like a lot of stuff in the can, and then you build off of that, which is like the RGG style of doing stuff. And I appreciate that, right? Like I think that more companies should do that, as far as like, hey, we don't need to throw all of this out. Let's just go ahead and set a sequel in the same city or whatever, and just change what needs to be changed for the story. So the big deal here is that it's about 9 months after the events of Double Exposure.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, Chloe from the original game, she keeps having these like visions or these nightmares that have her seeing events from Double Exposure, but also makes her think. Well, I guess it depends on what you choose. I've got issues with this game, but the big deal about this one, as the name implies, is that it's Max and Chloe reunited after the first game.
Okay.
So when you start the game, it asks you like some questions, right? And it's basically like when you would play like a fresh version of Mass Effect 2 without importing your save, and they do that kind of interrogation of like, hey, what did you do in Mass Effect 1, right? To kind of get like a baseline save file. And I'm really curious how difficult it is to carry data over from one game to another, because it's like Mass Effect was doing that 2 generations ago, but here it's like, because I thought it would have been cool if it was just like, hey, we see that you have saved data from double exposure. We're going to roll all of that in.
Go ahead and use that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I also think it would have been cool if like the photos that I took in double exposure were showing up, because, you know, Max has like prints of stuff that she's taken like around her house and stuff. It's like, it'd be really cool if like the stuff that I had taken last time was here. I also will say, if you have not played double exposure, but you are interested in the Life is Strange series, it definitely feels like they kind of want you to play these 2 games like right next to each other.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, it's been a couple years. Like, I'm not remembering. Like, they do a pretty good recap of what happened. Yeah. But there's still things where I'm like, I don't remember who that is, or I don't remember this fine point or whatever. Fun. Yeah. Yeah. But they're going along like, oh yeah, you remember, right? You just, it's like, I didn't know.
And for clarity, double exposure was like the sequel to the original game, right? Like, because it had
it was the second game starring Max Caulfield,
right? That's what,
because the franchise has mostly been like different characters.
Yeah,
you had the first game with Max as the main character. Then there was the prequel that had Chloe as the main character.
Chloe is the main character, right?
And then Life is Strange 2 was about 2 brothers.
Yes.
And then True Colors was about Alex Chen.
Right.
And so then you get to double exposure where it's like, oh, Max is back.
Right.
And here's the thing. I played Life is Strange about a year after my mom was killed.
Sure, yeah.
And there was a lot of stuff about that game that really helped in, because as I've said, I've never really processed what happened. Sure. Like, I just kind of pushed it down and, you know, set it aside. But not only is there a whole part about trying to stop Chloe's dad from dying in a car accident, which makes things worse, but the entirety of Life is Strange, the entire fucking point of that game is letting go. Right. Because the inciting incident of the first Life is Strange is Chloe getting shot and killed in the bathroom of their high school. And that's when Max's powers awaken and she learns that she can rewind time.
Right.
And then the rest of that game is Max constantly having to save Chloe from different ways of dying.
Right.
Because like it takes place over a week, and like literally pretty much every day there's a different way that Chloe dies that Max then rewinds and stops. And it culminates with this ginormous storm that threatens to annihilate their entire town, pancake the entire town, right? And kill just about everybody in it.
Right.
And it's kind of reasoned that because Max was fucking around with like the timeline, because Chloe was supposed to die, that's why this storm comes. And so you do have a decision at the end of the game, which is you save Chloe or you save the town. And it's one of those decisions where I do judge people, where I'm like, if you save Chloe, I think that you're kind of a bad person.
Right.
Because like, what the fuck are we, what the, like, it's literally.
You missed the point of it? Yeah, a little bit.
And so, you know, it was problematic to me in double exposure when it was like, hey, is Chloe alive or dead? And it's like, man, I understand that you have to kind of give me this choice, but it's weird that like it's like, because even back in the day, like I didn't really think that it should have been a choice. It should have just been like, yo, we messed around with powers outside of our control.
Sure,
and this is the result, and this is the only way to stop it, right? Like, I really don't think that it even should have been a decision.
That
but so then you have this game where it's like it hinges on this, and so I still picked like no, Chloe's dead. And so now it's like, you know, she's seeing these images of what happened in double exposure, but she's also like, I'm starting to feel like I'm the ghost and I don't know what's going on. And so she searches out to find Max because she's having all of these weird visions. And part of this is the result of like the last game being about split timelines because Max had another friend that got shot and killed, and then realized that she could warp between different realities, one in which her friend was alive, one in which she was dead.
Right.
And it was kind of a thing where almost in conflict with the original game's thesis is like, no, I'm going to make sure that my friend is alive because I can't go through this again.
Right.
You know, kind of fuck the universe. And she made like this weird, like merged timeline. And so that's kind of, that's how they're kind of explaining how Chloe is running around now, even if she's supposed to be dead.
Man, you know, yeah.
That's
I don't know about that.
That's my thought.
That's a bit of a stretch. I'm not the most familiar with this stuff, but just hearing that, I'm like, you know, maybe you should have stopped with the first one with those characters if you're gonna do all that. Like, I can understand the sequel and just being like, maybe you ask what they did just so for a history. I don't know. I don't even know. Like, that's kind of where Life is Strange sounds right to me, is like, no, it's just going to be different characters and they're dealing with different stuff every time. And that's what we do because, like, because it's decision based, it'd be really hard to carry on and try to like loophole our way out of some shit. And then it's going to get really overcomplicated by the end of it. Like, that's a mess. That sounds like an absolute
the problem
mess.
is that Chloe is so popular, and I get it. Chloe is an incredible character.
Yeah.
Life is Strange Before the Storm is my second favorite game in the series because it's all about Chloe. But it's one of those things where I feel that it's the developers listening to like the most like fervent fans.
Mm-hmm.
And that becomes a problem because you get into the situation, and I'm like, look, I'm fine with fan fiction or fan theory or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that it is fan fiction or fan theory, and it's not necessarily what the creators of the work intend, right?
Yeah.
So there's like people in the MCU fandom who love to ship Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes.
Okay.
Right? That's fine. Have at it.
Yeah.
You can't be verbally upset and like getting on to like forums and stuff like saying what a shitty movie Endgame was because Bucky and Steve didn't kiss at the end.
Right.
Right? Because that's you. That's
you.
The characters.
That's not the characters. Right.
Right? So in Life is Strange 1, the whole thing is about unraveling the disappearance of Rachel, who is Chloe's friend.
Right.
And then you find out that she was murdered, right?
Sure.
And I saw people when Before the Storm came out, which is a prequel.
Yeah.
They were so pissed off. They were like, you had the chance to fix this and you still killed Rachel. And it's like, because she's dead.
Yeah.
Because that is the plot of the first game.
Right.
Like, I don't know what to tell you there. Like, if you want to make your own fan fiction about Rachel and Chloe like running off into the sunset, by all means go do that.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened.
Right.
Like, that's kind of part of like Chloe's tragedy in the first game is that you know, she was still mourning like her best friend kind of abandoning her back in the day, and then she found this new friend who is now missing, and then finds out that, you know, not only was her friend killed, but she's also supposed to die, right?
Yeah.
It's a really like beautifully tragic game.
Yeah.
And this feels like, but what if it wasn't that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm about halfway through it right now. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I would have been fine if like Max showed up in someone else's Life is Strange game,
That's
like
fine.
as a backup character.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you want to do guest appearances or something like that, like have him or be like a side character or something like that, and just not even mention the other stuff that they could do, or maybe have a wink or a nod here and there about, oh yeah, I know all about this kind of thing, blah blah blah. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it's weird, man. That just sounds kind of like a mess.
Yeah. And then there's even certain things where even with decisions that you make, the game has decided on different outcomes for things because there has been like the span of time between the last game and this one. So like,
yeah,
you know, it's like, yeah, I had Max like try to like start a romance with Amanda, the cute bartender, at the Snapping Turtle.
Sure.
And it's like, yeah, but they broke up. It's like, okay,
great.
Sure. Or I sided with Safi, who was the friend that was, you know, supposed to be killed. And then basically you have a decision to make at the end and you can support her or not. And it's like, no, I supported her. And it's like, but we're not friends anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
we need Dr. Pinkcake more than ever, Julian. Like
dude, he said, I saw it on Steam. Apparently he's almost done with season 3.
I know. I'm excited.
Unfortunately, there's 4 planned seasons, and I'm like, shit.
There's one more. Oh God. No. Oh man. Well, this one. I mean, what I've looked at from this one looks pretty good. So
it does look pretty good. There's like a whole like party planning mechanic.
Yeah, I like, man, there's a part of me that every time like I get on here, because like I said, while I'm kind of waiting, sometimes I'm just looking at stuff and I'm like, oh, when is season 3? Does it have a date on it? No. Okay, well, let me look at what they have so far, and then I like see options for like the dick route or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know, that does kind of look fun, and I am kind of curious what that is all about. Maybe I should go back and like really kind of do that. That might be something to do one of these days.
I love that it's a porn game where I have only about like 15% of the scenes unlocked.
Yeah.
Because it is based on your decisions, and because I've been like, yeah, I played the field a little bit, but then it was like, no, you got to choose, and it's like, okay, well, I choose Isabella,
you really
the librarian.
You really do. And the crazy thing is you feel bad when you do.
You do.
It's great, and they like it's oh man, that game's really good.
It's really good.
It's really good. They could. I've said it before, and I mean it. They could take all the porn out of that game, and I'd still be like, no, this is actually really good. Like this is. Yeah. It's still great.
It honestly, like, if I had money and I was like that's the thing that I would actually go to him and say like, hey, I want to give you like a shit ton of money to basically acquire the story and everything, and let's make a non-porn version of it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do it like fully like 3D and stuff, like a Life is Strange, right? Where you can actually walk around the campus and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Because I think that like you pull the porn out and it ends up being like one of those story-based games that people are like
this really
over the moon for.
Really great like romance, like coming of age college fucking drama. Like it's got some shit going on, man.
It does, man.
Yeah.
I love the relationship between the main character and his dad. Like that stuff is like super heartwarming.
It is. And I'd be curious what it's like if you go down the route where you're just like a complete asshole, like, cause they give you glimpses of it on that like the good guy route. Like, and I'm always like, oh, that's fascinating. Like I kind of want to know what's going on with all that. That's
cause you can like, I think you can in the first season, like you can totally end up just being like one of the dealers on campus like and that. Shit.
Yeah. You basically like, it gives you a choice to go down the route early. And like it's basically like it comes up, and I don't know how it is now, but when I played it, it was like it basically came up and it was like, hey, this is gonna be this is a major choice. If you go and do this thing, you're going down this route. If you go and do this thing, you're going down this route. And I was like, okay, well, let's go the good guy route. And then like they give you these little like fucking tastes of like what is like, cause the other route has a completely different set of love interests and shit. And I was like, oh yeah. And they give you the little taste of it, like stuff you're not supposed, like your character isn't supposed to see. So they never bring it up or anything like that. But like, you just randomly know that, oh, this guy's like on drugs. Like he's hardcore on drugs right now. Okay. I get it. But like your character doesn't know that, so he never really says anything. Stuff like that. I'm like, man, that's fascinating. Like I'm kind of interested in playing that route one of these days. Like just to know what else there is. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because at this point it's been so long since I finished season 2. It's like I kind of feel like I need to go back and replay through it, but they're long. Both of those seasons are long.
Yeah,
so
they are.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm very dedicated to the route I was on because I really liked it. So,
and that's the other thing, right? Is that I don't want to end up with like a save file that is not true to that initial
to the decisions that I made, because I can't remember. I can't remember every decision that I made, but like I know if I remember right, they do a good job of kind of reminding you of what happened and what stuff you picked. At least in my mind, they did.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just know that like it's gonna be like super interesting because you know how I'm hot for teacher, and I was hooking up with Jade, the blonde teacher.
Okay.
And season 2 ends with you going to like the rich preppy kid's house for some reason, and you find out that she's his mom, and it's like, oh fuck, and like that's where it ends. I'm like, I'm so screwed.
Yeah, she's his mom, and like what's her name? The one rich girl is his sister, which I think you know, but like she like that's who I was dating, so I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking nuts, isn't it? Because like like oh crap, oh shit, this is great. So yeah, man, what a game.
What a game.
They should do more stuff like that, but just not porn, you know? That's this is good decision based things, you know? Do that.
Yeah. And I like the decisions that oh no. Actually, okay, so I made a post about this on Blue Sky. This had one of my biggest pet peeves with a choice based game.
Oh boy.
So I'm talking to Safi's mother. And Safi has been like MIA, like basically since the events of the last game. Like she kind of just left and has been like, hiding out.
Yeah.
And Max has not had much interaction with her. But at the beginning of the game, she does encounter Safi in a certain way. I don't want to say too much about who Safi is, because if you haven't played Double Exposure, like I still recommend, I recommend all these games, but but Max knows that Safi's in town basically. And her mom asks, have you had any, word from Safi? And it's one of the big decisions, right? It's one of the binary ones that are like, this is important.
Yeah.
And I've been supporting Safi this whole time. So I said, no, I don't know where she is. And immediately her mother says, you're a bad liar. And then like holds that against me. And it's like,
great.
Why give me the fucking choice? Like, I hate it when choice-based games do that, where you try to do some sort of subterfuge and the character like immediately calls you out on it. And it's like, okay, so fuck me. Like I should just.
The only time I'm okay with that is when it's like a dice roll type of thing. Like when you're doing a D&D thing and it's like, okay, do you want to lie to this person? And you have to pass this check. That's fine. Like I'm cool. I can see that. I'm going to take the risk here. Sure. Let's do it. That's fine. But when it's like, and man, Telltale's fucking notorious for this shit.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
It really gets annoying too, like, because you're just like, okay, like, I'm either going to lie to this person or I'm going to like, or it just feels like it's a trick. Like, oh, I'm going to pick this option.
That's what I said. I was like, you may as well have had the writer of the game like come onto the screen and go, gotcha.
Basically, yeah. I fucking hate that. Like, terrible.
Let me be clear. I'm enjoying Reunion. It's just the premise of it is bothering me. And if
it's a lot. Sounds like a lot.
If the game ends up with the ultimate thing being like happy ending for Max and Chloe, I'm going to be like, not only did this like make this game disappointing, but you also retroactively ruined the original game, which I hold in very high esteem.
Right. Yeah. That's, man, it's always the risk, always the risk.
And I'm like, dude, if you were going to bring back any character, Alex Chen is right there. Like, she's my favorite. I love True Colors so much.
Yeah.
I also think her power is very interesting because it's all about emotions, which is a big part of these games.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I'm about halfway through it at this point, and so next week I should hopefully have final thoughts and kind of. I mean, it's gonna be kind of weird, right? Because like
Yeah.
I'll kind of end up spoiling. Like if I'm sour on the game, then you kind of know how it ends. Like,
Yeah, sounds right. Sounds about right.
yeah.
Yeah. I do have one random video game thing to
By
talk
all means.
about. It'll be short. It's because it's WWE video game related. Did you hear that they like kind of half-ass fixed their problem? Like they made everybody somewhat happy about their battle pass bullshit. It's weird.
I saw someone post something on Twitter with like an update. And it's like, oh, that seems like it's in the right direction.
Yeah, it was kind of wild. So they put out a new update. This was the 1.07 or whatever update. They gave everybody 20 tiers in the battle pass, so that like if you bought the thing, the paid one, you basically would unlock those characters instantly. And if you had been playing, you probably, in my case, I was like, oh, I just unlocked the entire thing. Cool. Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Done. It was weird and trippy when it happened because I didn't know there was an update coming. And then I was just playing it kind of randomly. And then all of a sudden it was like, you have rewards available. I was like, I didn't do anything. What happened? Okay. Well, I'll go unlock whatever the hell it is. And then it was just like, you have all this unlocked. I was like, did I glitch the game out? This seems wrong, but it's that's fine. I'll just unlock everything. And then read later that, oh yeah, an update came out and they did all this to try to appease people. And then they were like, okay, look, when the next one rolls out, you'll unlock all the actual unlockable characters first thing, done. No worries. Don't worry about it. Everything else is just kind of icing on the cake. And we're going to give you like 20 tiers free or some shit like that. I was like, wow, the backlash to that must have been real fucking nasty. So that's interesting. But yeah, that was interesting to me.
Yeah. So many live service games or games that want you to continue playing, they get in their head that like they want to like manufacture things to where like you have to play it every day, and it's like that's not how it should be.
Yeah.
So Final Fantasy 14 has had like a lot like it. Well, okay, if you listen to Final Fantasy 14 creators, which represent like the top 1% of the Final Fantasy 14 player base, you would think that game is in a deep decline because there's not enough content, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. Yeah.
To which I say, if you have run out of things to do in an MMORPG, you need to have a serious look at what you're doing with your life.
There are other games in the world.
There's other games in the world, and it's like even within an MMO, it's like all of the content is not made for you to like. There's content for different types of players in there, right? Like it's not aimed at like you're gonna do all of this shit. It's like no, you like some of like you might like to do the fishing or maybe not. Like I don't do the fishing, right?
Right.
Maybe you want to go do this like island sanctuary thing, or maybe not. You don't have to.
Yeah.
That Island Sanctuary is a perfect example where it's like that was supposed to be this slow burn, chill thing to do, like in your downtime between duties, or like if you're in the duty finder and you're waiting for a raid or something like that, like hey, pop on over to your island and go do some stuff. And it's like those type of players had it like done in like 2 days of it released, and it's like that's not how that's supposed to go. I hate to break it to you, but that's not. And then complaining about like there's not enough stuff to do. It's like you were supposed to do that over the course of months. I don't know what to tell you. Like, your brain is broken. Yeah. But and even like the producer of that game, Yoshi P, is like, yeah, no, go play other stuff and then come back when there's new stuff. Like it's fine. Like
that's how it should work. Yeah,
that's how it should work. And and any live service game should be like that. Like I think that's part of the reason that Fortnite is having like a little bit of a downturn, is that it has kind of turned into like, no, you got to log in like every fucking day.
Every day,
or you're going to get behind on all this stuff.
Oh,
like, that's a terrible feeling to feel like that you have like activity debt in a game.
Yeah, they really, go after like the FOMO thing with people. And because like, what was it? Lonnie wanted to get, he doesn't really play Fortnite very often, but he does play it sometimes. And he was like, I wanted to get the character, he's a big Office fan. So he wanted to get they put out like 2 characters from The Office or something like that. And he was like, oh, that's really cool. I want to go get that. So,
Right.
And he was waiting. He was like, I got to wait till I get like just enough money to get the stuff. And then I'll go on there and get it real quick. No problem. But he waited like a day or two too long and it was gone. Like he couldn't get it anymore. And he was like, well, I guess I just have to wait until it comes back and hope that I have money for it then. And it's like, it's like that's a shitty feeling. Like, you know?
Is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
So it sounds like WWE is working in the right direction, but it still sounds like maybe like that solves this first thing, but like, what is the next set of battle passes look like?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do. 'Cause I wouldn't doubt the way I think you could do it is like, hey, is just separate it. Like I feel like you could probably make money off of a battle pass type thing. I don't even think it's that bad of an idea.
I'm relatively pro battle pass,
yeah,
depending on pricing and what you get out of it, and also like, you know, I think if you're still doing a battle pass that expires, that's
I'll give them credit like that. These ones don't,
right,
and
that's pretty much the way it is now.
Yeah.
But there's probably like some weird like mobile game out there that it's still doing the old
100%
style.
Yeah. 100%. There definitely is still people doing that. I don't know. It's weird because I think there's something you could do with it. I just don't think it's a good idea to like, you know, kind of shift and be like, oh, this is how you get the wrestlers that you paid for unlocked. Like,
right.
I feel like there's like, okay, you buy that separate. That's over here. And then we have this other little battle pass for a little cheaper, and you get some neat stuff out of this if you want to buy it, if you want to get it, if you want to do that. There's also, you know, the free thing and all that stuff. That I'd be like, yeah that's fine. I don't mind that. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. We'll see how they are going forward. But like, people were actually like shocked that they're like, oh, they actually seem like they listened. That's weird.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I'll be the first one to admit, I was like, all right, guys, it's just gonna get worse from here. That's
right.
My thing, you guys. It's like, I know video games, it's just gonna get worse from here. That's all that's gonna happen. So, but yeah, it was weird to be online when that dropped, though. Or not really online, but just on the playing the game when it dropped and all that happened, because I was like, what the fuck's going on? Did I just break this? So that's fine. I don't give a shit. But yeah. Anyway, that's my really only one video other than buying Crimson Desert, and I hope downloading it. I don't know. I put it in rest mode. I think it downloaded.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Unless you have that turned off on the system.
I don't think I do. I think I've done that before, but I can't remember. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, looking forward to playing Crimson Desert, but yeah.
I'm super excited to hear what you think about it.
Yeah.
Because I could see you like completely bouncing off of it like in an hour.
It really can go either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff I've seen that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then there's stuff I've seen where I'm like, oh boy, I don't know about that though. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
One of the things that I'm really hoping that they address is I don't understand why when I save the game and then load that save, I'm not in the space that I was before, but I'm also not necessarily at like what would be like a dedicated checkpoint. It just seems to be like a random location that they warped me to that is close-ish to where I was, but not where I was. And that's a weird thing. And the other thing, because I do rolling saves on on any game, but especially games like this, but the save files do not say the hour count. And it's also in military time. Oh, good. And I'm shitty with military time.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
So I have to like kind of figure out, okay, what is the newest save?
Yeah. Yep. That's always
And I have loaded the wrong save a couple times.
Oh, yeah. That's always fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And because I'm not in the same location where that save was made, it's not clear right away that
Right.
it's not the same save.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It feels very Red Dead inspired in that way. Like Red Dead kind of did, or Red Dead 2, I should say, kind of did something similar like that, if I remember correctly. Like you would close the game down, then come back in, it would load, because you couldn't, if I remember right, it was nothing but auto saves, but I think you could manually save it. I don't really remember now that I think about it.
Games that don't let you do a hard save trigger me.
I think you could manually save Red Dead 2. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But I do remember like loading saves and like, Arthur Morgan would just be doing some weird shit, like he's like, oh yeah, I'm fishing now or whatever the fuck. And
Justin, Arthur Morgan isn't a video game character. He's a real person, and he has a life
man.
when the game is turned off.
That's what I mean. That's what I think the appearance that they're trying to give is like, oh no, he's a real guy. Like when you're not playing, he's still doing his thing, it's right. Fine. Yeah. I think that's the feel they're going for. But yeah, it's kind of a thing.
Man, I've been thinking about GTA 6 a lot more lately, just because I'm like, I have no idea what that game even is in the year of our Lord 2026, because you have like a lot of the creative force from that team gone at this point.
Yeah.
And also it's like, we talked about this, I think, recently. It's like, do you lean in even further to the let's simulate the entirety of life, or do you reclaim some of the fun of the older games? Because like, I would like them to reclaim some of the fun, especially with Saints Row being dead, where there's no longer that fun alternative to GTA.
I feel like you may not get what you want out of that, because I think people are really going to lean in on, or the majority of people are just like, I just want it to be real as fuck, man. Right. Yeah.
We'll see.
That's
and
fine.
It might be a thing where the characters see me through that, because I instantly liked the characters in like their reveal trailers, where
I did too.
I fucking hate the cast of 5.
Yeah. Trevor's annoying to me.
Yeah. Trevor and Michael I don't like, and then the mob guy I don't like.
That's Michael. Yeah, you're right. You got it.
I forget who the third guy is. He's fine.
Oh god, I forgot his name, but the black kid. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but he was like the only like likable one of the bunch for me. But
he really was. Yeah,
but still not enough to keep me going through the slog of actually playing that game.
I found Trevor's annoying, and he's kind of meant to be the comedy character, but at the same time, like there is an interesting commentary between the three of them, I guess.
Sure.
To some degree. I definitely got what they were going for. I don't hate the story of GTA 5, but like it's also not like my favorite one.
Yeah.
It's not near as good as 4. 4 was like that's a great
4
story.
I think about on a semi-regular basis.
Yeah, 4 was awesome.
Yeah. Even though that game was like the one that started the I don't know about like this, like I remember the cars feeling like particularly bad compared to like the older games, but then also like it is so incredibly long, and then you have the stuff where it's like, okay, why can't I just meet one of these characters at the place to go do the thing with them instead of having to go pick them up and drop them off every time? And I understand that it's because that's where the dialogue happens.
Yeah.
But did it have to be that way every time? Stuff like that. But then I think about like Nico as a character, or I think about the McRearys, especially like the romance with Kate McReary. And I'm like, that is stuff that has stuck with me for nearly 20 years at this point.
Right.
Like it's just so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It was very good. Yeah. Nothing really in 5 that really compared to a lot of that stuff to me.
No. But seeing the little glimpse of what the characters in 6 are going through, it does give me a little bit of that Nico feeling where it's like, it's a story about people who are forced into crime because of the world around them.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's very interesting.
And I constantly said for a long time that I'm like, they should do a GTA with a girl as a protagonist because that's a fascinating viewpoint to actually go in on. And when I seen they were doing that, I was like, that's good. Okay.
Yes.
I'm very interested now in this game.
Yeah. I also love just like the diversity of like types of people in the game, not just like racial, but like, oh, there's like a, you know, big guy, there's like a woman with like a little bit of like a belly, right? You know, there's this super jacked ripped dude, like there's this super skinny guy, you know, it's just like very different body types in a video game, because you don't really see that very often in video games.
Well, I mean, and I remember some conversation on a podcast I was listening to where they were making long story short, in my opinion, the technology for that just wasn't there for the longest time. Like you just had to have a character model, and you just kind of you were like, essentially you're just like, we have to do this because, you know, limitations of just what we have at hand. We can't do this way because like if unless you want everything to just run at like 2 frames a second because it has to load in each individual character model type thing. Instead, we just kind of copy and paste 1 or 2 character models. There are little changes here and there, but the skeleton and all that stuff is all the same on them. It's, you know, now we can do stuff like that, and that'll be the technology of everything. Like, it might be a you know, life simulator type thing, but I'll be fascinated by the technology and what they pull off if it is that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm really interested in it for sure.
Yeah.
It's a GTA. What are you going to do? You got
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, even with me having bounced off really hard of GTA 5 and only playing probably a third of the first Red Dead Redemption, and then bouncing off of Red Dead 2 initially, and then like the second time that I picked it up, I liked it more, but I still didn't stick with it.
Right.
It's a thing where it's like, like I'm not expecting to fall in love with this game and see it all the way through, but I have to know.
But you got to know. Yeah. I probably will. Then again, Red Dead 2, I expected to be like, oh, I'm going to like this game. And then picked it up the first time and bounced off so fucking hard.
Right.
And then went back with kind of like different expectations. And then
years later.
Like after, you know, a lot of people either going, that game sucks or whatever, and just being like, you know what, I should go finish it. Let me just see it through and be like, oh no, this has some shit. This is really cool.
Yeah.
I definitely have my gripes with that game. 100%. It has some things that really irritate me about video games in this day and age, but at the same time, it also has some really cool stuff in there, and a lot of that storyline and stuff like that. But you know, I'll be fascinated by the new Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, who won't be? It'll be a whole thing.
Oh, real quick,
sure.
Just quick aside on Crimson Desert, because I did want to talk about this. So I had told you, it might have been last episode or episode before, about how I went over to this quarry to go fight this boss, but there was like so many dudes. And so I had beaten the boss, but I had not cleared out that quarry, because like basically it's a game where you can there's certain areas where you have to like 100% clear out the bandits, and then you reclaim that land for the people. And I hadn't done that. So when I went back and reloaded that save, I went back into the quarry, I finished off all the bandits, reclaimed the area, and they were like, hey, we were excavating right here, but there's this thing that we're not sure what to do with. Why don't you go up and take care of it? Here's the key to the crane. It's like, okay, so you get in this lift and you have to hand crank this lift.
Okay.
And it's really far, Justin.
Okay.
And it's one of those things where it's like, why isn't this just like you step into the lift and then like it fades to black and then you're at the top of the lift?
Yeah.
But it's like, no, but you're actually cranking that handle, by gum. Then you go into the crane and you go to the controls of the crane, and then it's a physics-based crane game where you're trying to like use this crane to, lower down onto this giant like stone cube, but it's got inertia to it, so it's like you got to line it up just right.
Oh, God.
And I just started laughing. I was like, yeah, sure, Crimson Desert. Why the fuck not?
Why not? Oh, my God. It really is a wild kitchen sink approach.
It is so interesting. But
Yeah.
it's, I don't usually like his videos, but Mighty Keef did a great video where it's like, someone coming in on someone playing Red or Crimson Desert. He's like, it's the worst, best game I've ever played.
Yeah.
And it's also the best, worst game I've ever played.
Right.
I don't know what to think about this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
The Stage Select is made possible through the support and funding of viewers like you. Here are our wonderful patrons.
Well, I've got other stuff, Justin, but before we move on, I think
Okay.
it is a good time to thank our wonderful patrons for the week.
Okay, we can do that. That sounds
We
fine.
appreciate all of our lovely patrons, but every week we like to thank the executive producer tier. And this week we have PK Becker, or Philip PK Becker, sorry.
Thank you. We have Eric Peacock of the Soundtracker podcast.
We have Casey Curran.
We have Game Johnson of Retrofits.
We have Exrian.
We have Bill Tucker of The Gamer Looks at 40.
We have Xavier Kreger.
We have the Let's Play Princess of Nerds of Broadcast.
Yes.
I see what you did there. That's good.
Yes.
I'm proud of you. Good job. It's nice to get a change of pace, honestly. I'm
It
happy
is.
about it. It really is.
I try to shake it up, but every time that I shake it up, I still am the one that ends up having all of the people with extra projects.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm happy to do it. I don't mind.
We have Stephen Lobo.
We have David Portnov.
We have friend of the show, John Gholson.
We have Bookie.
We have Andrew Wilson.
We have Matt Jorgensen.
We have Dennis Robertson.
We have Raymond Crum.
We have Big Baker.
We have 60X Self.
We have Addy XD.
We have Dr. Delicious.
And last but not least, we have Blaine Faya.
Yep. See, you get to do that part this time. That's fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Good
Thank you,
times.
everyone, for supporting the show at the executive producer tier. It means a lot. So I saw a lot of movies, Justin, by myself, because friend of the show, John Gholson, is booked solid
Oh, nice.
right now.
Wow.
Between his new mall job and then also getting acting gigs and other like obligations, like he's unavailable and movies leave the theater too damn fast. So
That they do. Yeah.
and he's supposed to be booked basically through April. So
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So first off, last weekend I saw They Will Kill You, starring Zazie Beetz.
A movie that I'm pretty fascinated by. So, yeah.
Dude, that movie goes some places.
Okay.
And it goes places so fast into the movie that I kind of can't talk about the movie
Okay.
because I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Like, that movie is and isn't what it's marketed as, if that makes any sense. Like, it is like a, gory, cool, like horror action comedy
Sure.
that has like a lot of Tarantino influence in it.
Yep.
But there's more going on there than meets the eye.
Okay.
And I kind of like, it's going to be a thing where it's like, you need to go see this movie so then we can have a spoiler discussion about
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
Because, but just know it's fucking great.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
okay.
Zazie Beetz, like, I already liked her, but like, she's so good in this movie. Holy shit.
Nice.
So super high recommend. That's all I'm really going to say about it because
Cool.
I just don't want to divulge anything
perfect.
more.
I just wanted to know if it was good or not. That's really, yeah. So that sounds great.
it was funny because I showed that trailer to my friend Blissy, and she was like, well, I hope it's a movie that at least like meets the the expectations of the trailer. And I was like, oh no, it exceeds them.
Nice.
Like,
that's
it's
good.
so much better
That's
than what the
real good.
trailer shows.
Yeah, that's real good. That trailer was great too. So
it was, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm hoping it does. Like, it's a weird thing where it's like people don't seem that high on it. I'm like, what movie are you watching? And it's like, is it because it's a black woman in the lead? Is that the issue?
You never can tell these days, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, super great. And then the next day, I saw Ready or Not 2. Here I Come.
Sure.
Which I am way higher on than you.
Really interesting.
I actually liked it better than the first one.
Oh man, yeah, I liked it a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one though.
I really liked the setup. It was like one of those things where it did make sense, and it was a good way of because really when you get to the end of that first movie, it's like, okay, that was a great one and done horror comedy,
right?
And then it's like, wait, how are you doing a sequel to that? And it's like, okay, no, justified.
That
That's
makes
fine.
sense. Yeah.
Both actresses I think are great. Like I thought the chemistry between them was really great.
Yeah, no, they're good.
It's just I think it was a matter of I really liked a lot of the set pieces. I loved the cast. I don't know the dude that played the brother. Like I've never seen him before, but he was like a grade A asshole.
Yeah.
Like
no, he's really good. He's really good. Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was great. Always happy to see her.
She was really good. Yeah.
I think when I fell in love with it, there is a fight that happens in a wedding venue.
Yeah. That is good.
And I was like,
that is good.
This is perfect. I loved it. And
no,
then, Elijah Wood was great.
Really good. He's really fun. Yeah. No, it's a really good movie. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
So I was super happy. With that movie. Don't need a third. Like I really don't think you can do a third one.
I really hope they don't. I feel like that ends pretty definitively in my opinion. So I don't feel like we need another one, and I doubt they would. Well, never say never, but
yeah, I like where it is, and this did cement Samara Weaving for me as like, I'll go see whatever.
I've been there for a little while now. Like I'm just like, whatever she's in, I'm into. Like she's always super good. She's one of my favorites.
She's got a movie coming out very soon with Jason Segel where I think they're a married couple, and he's trying to kill her. And I was like, I don't know if I want to see that, but it was like, oh no, but Samara Weaving is in it, so I'll watch. And I love Jason Segel also. But,
I'll fuck with that,
yeah. And then I think it was actually the same night that I watched Ready or Not 2. I went home and I watched a movie. It's a Hulu exclusive.
Okay.
And I had just seen the cast, and then I saw people posting like positively about it online. I was like, okay, like
gotcha.
It's James Marsden and oh fuck. How am I forget? Oh man, I hate it when I blank on names because I haven't seen him in a while.
What's the name of the movie? Let's
Vince Vaughn. Sorry, Vince Vaughn.
Oh, is okay. All right, never mind.
And I love Vince Vaughn, and I haven't seen him in anything in a long time. The movie is called Mike and Nick and Alice.
Good name. Why not?
And James Marsden plays Mike.
Okay.
And he is he does collections for the mob.
Okay.
Right? He's called Quick Draw Mike.
Yeah.
And he has been fooling around with Alice, who is Nick, one of the captain's wives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a thing where like they have a party for the boss's son getting out of jail, and the boss is played by Keith David. So it's like just great cast across the board.
Okay. Yeah.
And Mike and Alice are gonna meet up for a hotel rendezvous, but then Nick calls him in to like do a job for him, and he has to go to this house to like do a collection, but he has to knock him out with chloroform.
Yeah.
And Nick is like, whatever you see when that door opens, you act. You don't pause.
Right.
He's like, okay. And when the door opens, it's Nick. And it's a time loop movie where basically Nick has come 6 months from the future to stop the events of that night from happening.
Yeah.
And it's just a really smart action comedy. Well, more comedy. Like it's got. I think my biggest problem with the movie is that there's like a big action-packed climax at the end. But it's a thing where it's like I kind of wish that this went a different way because there's characters in here that are going down in a hail of bullets that I wish I have come to like them.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks when they're going down in a hail of bullets.
Right.
But they also go down in a really funny hail of bullets. Like it is a fucking hilarious movie.
Okay.
That I highly recommend. Again, it's a Hulu exclusive, so there's that like hurdle that you have to overcome.
Uh-huh.
But man, I really had a blast with it.
Nice.
And I really love that James Marsden is kind of having like a little bit of a renaissance in his career because I always thought that he should have been a bigger star than he was.
Sure.
Thought he was done really dirty in the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
But he can do comedy, he can do action, he can do drama.
Yeah.
I like that like the Sonic franchise seems to have given his career a shot in the arm that it needed. And then he is in that Hulu series Paradise, which I like. And he's really great here. So it's one of those he's one of those actors where I'll kind of like go watch anything that he's in.
Yeah.
It's also funny watching him now.
Yeah. Because
when he was announced as playing Cyclops in the original X-Men movie, I was like, he's too young.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh man, now he needs to play Cyclops.
Right.
Now he is the Cyclops of the comics that I
there you go.
think of.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm sure they're gonna completely recast. Well, I mean they should completely recast. So I mean, let's not get it twisted.
Sure.
And last but not least, I went on opening night to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Which it's a funny thing because like John he didn't convince me, but we've been going. So the theater that we go to is a Cinemark theater.
Sure.
And it's one of those things where it's like I've seen John using like the Cinemark Rewards app or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, if this is where we're going all the time, I may as well go ahead and sign up for it because I've been like. One of the great things about John, like getting into full-time acting and not having like a regular like 9-to-5 job is that we have been hanging out a lot more. And he got me back into the habit of, I'm going to see like sometimes 2 or 3 movies in a week. Like I used to like pre-pandemic.
Right.
So that was really nice because I had really gotten away from that.
Right.
But I think that these type of reward programs are not intended for people like me and John who go see a shit ton of movies.
Right. Yeah.
Because they'll give you like it'll be like, hey, redeem this offer to get like extra points on this movie if you buy a ticket within this time frame, and it's like, I'm gonna go see it anyway. So sure. Like you just give me free points.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, oh, because like normally for a movie like this, especially being a kid's movie, I would probably wait like a week and a half to let things settle down a bit before seeing it. But I was like, well, I have to get, if I want the extra points, I have to see it this weekend. But also if I see it opening day, then I can talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, when it's nice and fresh. That movie is great.
Okay, good.
Just like the first movie, it's just a delightful, fun romp, right?
Yeah.
I love how slavishly faithful they are to the source material without trying to explain anything, right? It's like,
that's good.
These are floating blocks, these are floating platforms that just exist in this world.
Yeah.
If you punch a question mark block, there might be a power up that comes out, and you grab that power up and you turn into a frog.
Sure.
Or you can throw fireballs, right? Like you don't have to explain any of that shit. That's just the way this world works.
Yep.
Love that about these movies.
Yeah.
So it has the same problem that the first movie had, which is that it continues at a fairly breakneck pace with not a lot of room for taking a breather.
Sure.
Like it's constantly got stuff going on. If it's not visual, there's a joke or a bit going on, or they're moving on to the next action set piece.
It's the Mad Max Fury Road of children's movies.
Kind of. I mean, but I think Mad Max even has like more downtime.
I don't know. I read. So I was reading like apparently the Zach Krager Resident Evil movie had like a trial screening or whatever, And that's how somebody described it, was like the Mad Max Fury Road of horror movies, because it never slows down. I was like, okay, I'm fascinated by that.
That sounds great, honestly.
That sounds pretty dope. Like, yeah. So now I've just been describing everything. When you said that, it just reminded me of that. So yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've heard, Justin, but Super Mario Galaxy, the movie, is the end of cinema.
Oh.
Like, it killed cinema.
Oh, good.
It's so bad that it ended the movie industry.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's, well, RIP movie industry.
You know, you want to go into a movie based on a Nintendo property expecting the pinnacle of cinema, right? Because Nintendo, famously known for its deep storytelling and character depth.
They're super good at it. Like, man.
Some of the reaction to this movie is like, were you what were you expecting?
Yeah,
like,
it's a kids movie.
Especially from a Nintendo property. They fucking hate story. And as I'm watching this movie, I'm like, why can't we just have this? Why can't we have a Mario game that looks like this?
Right.
And why can't we have a Mario game that has, like, because there's not a lot of story in this movie, right?
Sure, yeah.
Like, let's be perfectly fair about that.
Yeah.
It is a very loose explanation for a bunch of silly things and a bunch of action things to happen.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's all I want from a Mario game,
really.
is I don't need a ton of story, but I would like the characters to be characters and to play off of each other and talk and stuff like that. And that's great here. And one of the things that I feel is going on with the Mario movies in particular is that I think if Chris Pratt was not attached to it, the response will be very different. And look, I don't claim to be like an expert on Chris Pratt. And I think I said this when the first movie came out, but the thing that I have observed is that it seems that because he is a fairly openly religious person, that has been ascribed to, oh, he's a piece of shit. When it's like, I haven't really seen him do anything explicitly shitty.
Yeah,
definitely less shitty than like some other people out there that are doing work and stuff like that. There is like a guilt by association thing where I've definitely seen where he's like, you know, has been seen with people that aren't great, but I also don't necessarily know what that relationship is.
We don't know,
but it just feels to me that like it's almost like there's an assumption made about the dude that is then like, well, anything that he touches, we don't want anything to do with it, right?
Right.
Like, there's a movie that came out of his recently called Mercy that I want to see because the trailer looked interesting to me. But I remember when it came out, like, people were like, the reviews on YouTube, like the headlines were like, "Oh man, it's such pro AI, pro cop propaganda," and I'm like, that trailer looked like the opposite of that. Actually,
I've seen or heard the preview about it or something like that. It was like yeah, I think I know exactly what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, and so I definitely want to watch it because I'm like, I feel that like maybe you got the wrong like message from the movie, but maybe not. Maybe that's what it is. But the trailer made it look like, oh no, AI and cops bad. That's the impression I was getting. But
yeah, I cannot remember what the concept of the movie was. I know it.
He's a cop that is at a trial that is being performed by an AI.
Yes,
it's sort of like Minority Report, where it's like, you know, based on the data, you are guilty, but you have like X amount of time in this trial to prove your innocence against the AI.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Which, you know, I had heard it mentioned like, oh, this seems like it was like filmed during the pandemic where you couldn't have like people, you know, in the same room because it's basically a lot of it is like him talking to an AI on a screen, and then there's like scenes that take place outside of there. But yeah. But that's neither here nor there. I really enjoyed the Mario Galaxy movie. I do think that they might have stuffed a little bit too much into it. I don't want to like ruin surprises for people if they didn't get it spoiled for them. I had most of the stuff spoiled for me.
Sure.
But it was fun watching that movie with like a packed house with people like that clearly hadn't been spoiled. And it was fun to get that like reaction of like, cheers when a certain character came up or like gasps when someone else showed up and things like that. That was really neat.
Right.
But there is a certain set of characters that was really cool to see in this movie because they are characters that are not liked by Nintendo of Japan.
Good.
And it was cool to see them, but I don't know why they were in the movie because they're not even mentioned by name. They're kind of just there to have like this action set piece, and then they're just gone. And it seems like they're going to be a bigger deal than they are, but they're not.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of strange.
Yeah. Okay.
But overall, yeah, it was a fun movie. I mean, Jack Black killing it as Bowser again.
Oh yeah.
It was also nice to see Luigi get to do more stuff because he's kind of mainly just like a damsel in distress in the first movie, and doesn't get a lot of screen time. It's a weird movie where Mario is not given much to do himself. Like it's very much a Princess Peach movie more than anything.
Okay, interesting.
And I felt that way about the first movie too. Is that like Mario felt like the least important character of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Interesting, yeah.
But then, and they toned down like the references, but I was still very happy for Mario has a poster of a wrestling match in his room that is Starman versus was it Amazon Man from NES Pro Wrestling, but it's a poster as if like the match actually happened, which is very neat.
Okay.
You know, it's one of those movies where it's like it's so visually gorgeous and there's so much going on in the background that it's like you really probably do want to like watch it where you can pause it and back up and you know, it's like, wait, what did I just see? The only really drawback of watching it is there were so many fucking kids at that movie theater.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Like I didn't understand why there were so many fucking kids at this movie. Like, it really offended me.
They like Mario, Julian. I don't know what to tell you.
And that's why I brought that up, because I was surprised.
Yeah.
Because, like, there were a lot of, like, little kids here, and a lot of them were dressed in, like, Mario T-shirts and outfits and stuff like that. And at first I was like, okay, their parents dressed them up in this, right? These kids don't. Because, like, my thinking is, like, yeah, like you said earlier, kids are into Roblox, they're into Fortnite. Mm-hmm. And also, I think that, like, in terms of movies, I feel that Sonic is really like in the kids' zeitgeist, right? Yeah. Those movies are super successful. There's already a fourth one coming out, right? These kids know Sonic, and Sonic does, like, those movies seem, I mean, I've only seen the first one. The Sonic movie is cooler than the Mario movie, just full stop.
Okay. Yeah.
But these kids knew their shit. Like, they were getting super excited for this or that. And I was pretty surprised, because I do feel that, like, we're in danger of basically kids not adopting video games or even like being attached to them at all, and things starting to slowly wither away on the back end, right? Because you're not really replacing, you know, people who age out of video games or put video games down or die with like the new generation, because as we had talked about recently, it's like games are like the price of the price of entry is getting so high for like consoles and shit. Yeah. Kids are also just like perfectly happy to just like play shit on an iPad or a phone. Yeah. Oh yeah. But this was very illuminating to me that they were like super into the movie and super on board with it. Yeah. I also couldn't help but thinking, because Miyamoto is a producer on this movie. Okay. And I couldn't help but thinking through the whole movie, it's like, I wonder if, like, deep down he just like low key resents Mario, because he's just like he just like kind of comes home like from a long day at the office of Nintendo to his wife, and he's like, cripes, Stacy, it's fucking Mario shit. I just made it as a whim like 40 years ago, and they won't give it up. They won't let it die. They just keep. It's like, no, Miyamoto, you got it. We need more Mario. We need more Mario. Fucking A, I don't want to do more Mario.
That's a really spot on impression of him too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exactly what he sounds like.
Yeah.
Because I do remember, like, back when I had a subscription to Nintendo Power, there was this special strategy guide that came out called Mario Mania that was ostensibly a Super Mario World strategy guide, but it had a bunch of other Mario stuff in there. Sure. And there was an interview with Miyamoto. And there was a part where he said, every time that we finish one of these, we say it's the last one. And then we decide to do another one. And I'm like, that was back in 1991. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh
And I
yeah,
just think about extrapolating that over time.
I wonder, like, when eventually that just died. They just were like, no, there's gonna be another one because
Right.
of course there is. Like, to stop, just kill
to be
the stream
fair,
now. You know,
he's not actively involved in development of them anymore. So maybe,
yeah.
but yeah, like I just wonder. It's like, oh man, do you low key hate Mario? Like, do you really wish the Nintendogs had taken off in a bigger way?
Yeah, yeah. He likes his weird ideas. You know, like
He does,
that's
yeah.
his thing, and I love that about him. He makes weird little things, and sometimes they're great, and sometimes, like, you know, they don't take off quite as well. But you know, that's what's interesting about it. That's what he likes to do. Like, I always found it fascinating that they like would design their game systems around like their big game, and that's what, you know, what they would think about, you know, like that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. The analog stick on the N64 is because Miyamoto demanded it.
Yeah.
For Mario, because Mario 64 wouldn't work otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was like that. Look, this is the game. This is how I envision it. We should make it like this. You know, like that's fascinating. You know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like how it used to be, like when he was still like an active game designer, when he wasn't allowed to say what his new hobbies were in interviews because it would tip off like what they were working on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, like that's always been fascinating to me. And yeah, at some point he, you know, there's Nintendo the business, and then Miyamoto, who, you know, got them there, right? So at some point it's going to be like, yeah, go make Nintendogs. That's cool. Do that. That's great. We're going to make a Mario over here so we can make some money. But God bless, man. We have do your thing. And if it takes off, that's great. And I actually think that there's something very charming about that, really. You know, like that's kind of awesome.
I think also worth noting is that up until new Super Mario Brothers, the Mario games were not selling what you would expect them to sell, based on like the legacy and just it being Nintendo. Like, Sunshine, Galaxy, and Galaxy 2. They sold, but they didn't sell like the numbers that I think most people would assume that they would sell.
Yeah.
And then new Super Mario Brothers was like a complete but that was because of the Wii, right?
Yeah.
The Wii was such a paradigm shift, and that's where you start to get into things where it's like, oh yeah, and now like Mario Kart just sells infinitely, right? Like it never stops selling.
I would dare say like Mario Kart would outsell any Mario game any day of the week.
It has. Yeah.
You know, I know.
Absolutely.
Like, but like even going forward, like I don't know if there's ever going to be a straight up Mario game that outsells like a Mario Kart game.
And that's what that was the conclusion that I came to leaving the theater. Is like, these kids know these characters because of Mario Kart.
That was my first thought. Like, it was as like I was gonna say that afterwards. Like, I was like, you know, where they probably do know it from though is probably Mario Kart. Like, yeah, and that's fine.
Totally.
That's great. You know, my niece loves Mario Kart, and that got her into more video games. Yeah, she messes around in Roblox because that's what her friends play. But she's like, right now she's fucking obsessed with Stardew Valley. That's all she plays. She fucking loves Stardew Valley. And I'm like, okay. She dabbles in other shit.
Does she have a Switch 2 yet?
Yeah, I bought her one for Christmas.
So you have to get her Pokopia.
Yeah, oh, probably. Yeah.
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 That game actually looks really fun. I've been watching a lot of Hololive people play it.
Yeah, we'll wait for her birthday.
There you go. But yeah, that's what I got up to.
Hell yeah. I watched a couple movies that I'll talk about real briefly that I can remember. It's been a week. God, it's been a week. I watched a movie called Pretty Deadly, which is a movie about it has the biggest name in it is Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman is in this movie.
Oh, always love to see Uma Thurman working because I haven't seen her really in much lately.
I actually had to do a double take that it was her because I was like, that looks like Uma Thurman. Is that her? Mm-hmm. She plays like a Russian ballerina in this one, or like a former Russian ballerina turned like crime boss in this one, which is fascinating. the movie is about ballerinas. So these ballerinas, they're gonna go. It's pretty simple setup. These ballerinas are gonna go to this big, dance thing, big prestigious thing.
I saw the trailer for this. Did this movie just like come and go?
It might have, yeah. It was on Prime, and I was like, that sounds kind of neat. Let's watch this. So they're going to this big dance
was
thing.
it pretty lethal?
Pretty lethal. Thank you for.
Okay.
I'm confusing it with the WWE tag team pretty deadly.
Holy shit, dude! This came out March 13th.
Yeah,
I had no idea because I wanted to see this. Like, I saw the trailer and I was like, that is extremely my shit.
Yeah. It's a pretty fun movie overall. It's nothing like really to write home about or anything, but it's a fun little movie to watch. Like, it really is. Like, pretty lethal. Thank you for correcting me on that, because I straight up confused it with the fucking WWE tag team that I don't even think exists anymore. Anyway, they're going to this big dance competition. They're all ballerinas, and then their bus breaks down, so they start walking. They're in Europe, and then like they end up at this weird like hotel thing, and then like the lady that is their instructor like gets shot, and so like now like it's this big crime motel, so all these bad guys are here, and so they kind of lock them up, and they're trying to get rid of them essentially, because you just watched us kill somebody, can't have that. But basically essentially the movie is like, okay, well, these ballerinas are going to fight their way out, and they do so with their ballerina training. And it's like, this is a really dumb concept, but it's kind of interesting in its own way. It's kind of fun. Like, it's kind of fun. It's like I said, it's nothing that's going to like, where you're going to watch it and go like, that was amazing film. But you'll go, hey, that was a dumb little thing I watched. Why not?
Yeah.
We had a good enough time with it. What else? And then that movie reminded Kim of another movie she had seen, called Abigail, not to be confused with Annabelle, which was about the doll.
Right.
Abigail.
Well, I immediately went to the Final Fight character.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Abigail is about a movie. I without giving too much away. So it actually has a lot of the cast of Ready or Not 2 in it, which was fun. Was kind of fun.
Interesting.
The sister is her sister is in it. I cannot remember that actress's name. But you know who I'm talking about. The guy from the beginning of the movie who did a lot of cocaine. He's in it.
I had to look that guy up because I was like, wait, is this a former WWE guy? And I was thinking actually of Gene Snitsky.
Yeah.
And it's that they're not the same person.
They're not the same guy, no.
But yeah, he's and the reason, and actually I looked him on IMDb. The reason that I know him is because he played the Blob in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Okay, yeah, I could see it.
Yeah,
I could see it. But yeah, he's in that movie. There's a couple. Then I don't know any of their names, and I'm very sorry. But the girl from like the main character of the newer Scream movies, not Jenna Ortega, but the other one that's actually the focal point of everything. I don't remember her name. She's in the movie. Okay. Anyway, the concept is they are hired by big name actor. Oh God, he's the bad guy in Breaking Bad. Fuck.
I never seen an episode.
Oh God, yeah, he was, dude. He was the video games. He was the main bad guy in Far Cry 6. Like, they made a real big deal out of it.
Oh, Esposito, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes, Giancarlo Esposito. Okay, they're hired by him. So all they have to do is capture this like 12-year-old girl, and then they need to bring her back there. They're gonna basically kidnap her and extort their father for all this money, right? real simple, and they I guess, you know, so they do that, and then like, you know, so then Giancarlo Esposito is like, okay, here's the catch. So while we're extorting him, I need you all to stay here and make sure, you know, nothing happens with her and all this stuff. And so, you know, they're all kind of getting to know each other. They didn't expect to have to sit around in this mansion and do all this stuff. And so they're talking to, one of them goes up to kind of comfort the little girl who's, you know, scared and all this stuff. And then, you know, slowly but surely they're all like, okay, we need to, this seems too weird. We need to find out some things. And then, so they go ask this girl like who her dad is and who they're trying to extort. And then they find out who the dad is, and they're like, oh fuck, we're all going to die. This sucks. Mm-hmm. And then it's, people start to die randomly. And it's like, okay, maybe the dad's back, but that seemed a little weird. Okay. And I don't even want to spoil exactly because but it was good. It's really good. It's one of those movies that kind of like went in a direction that I did not expect it to. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good actually. So yeah, recommend Abigail if you've never seen it. That's a fun movie. It is definitely interesting. Let's see. Did I watch anything else that I even remember? The answer is no. Those are kind of the only two movies I remember right now. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. It's been a heck of a week.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that I've got anything in the cards movie-wise. I want to see the Michael Jackson movie for two reasons. I want to see if they address at all him being raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
Because that's like a little known fact about the Jackson family.
Yeah, that would be fascinating.
And I want to see if they address anything at all about the later years of his life.
Right.
John had mentioned that the trailers seem to only show stuff from like when he was in the Jackson 5 up to right around Bad. Mm-hmm. Which is an interesting place to like cut off a biopic of a person that had a very full life
and had some of their more fascinating years, we should say, after that.
Like if you don't address him marrying
Lisa Marie Presley and all that stuff,
dangling his baby out the balcony of a hotel, to say nothing of, you know, all of the allegations towards the end, like that would be a choice that you can make in making a movie.
You sure could,
but I feel that that's really ill-advised.
Yeah.
But apparently John said that it's like a family sanctioned movie, like the actor playing Michael is actually a cousin or a nephew or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it might be like an extremely watered down portrayal.
Yeah,
so
that sounds. Yeah, I'd be fascinated about that.
Yeah. I do want to see the new Mummy movie coming out, but I think that's one I'm gonna watch with John when he's available.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck the Breadwinner. That movie angers me greatly whenever I see the trailer for it.
I don't know if I know that one.
It's this comedy about the wife has this invention that she pitches on Shark Tank, but the husband messes it up, but she still thinks that she has like something there. And she goes off on like some sort of like business thing for a month to try to like get investors for this invention. Okay. And so the dad has to take care of the kids in the household, and he doesn't know what to do because he's the man. And it's like, it is fucking 2026.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand, like, how you can even make this movie. Like, if this was 1986, yeah, sure, go off.
I was just going to say, in the 80s, this is totally a viable film. Like, this is totally, like, it would be forgotten about nowadays, like, for sure. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I could see this being made back then. There's
a part where he's, like, driving. He has 3 daughters. He's driving them to school, and one of them says, "You're going in the wrong direction." He's like, "Yeah, of your school." And they're like, "No, all of our schools." And then one of the daughters is like, you don't know where we go to school? And that's exactly my thought. I'm like, how checked out of your life
Really?
or of
Seriously?
your family are you?
Yeah.
Like, this is not endear me to you as a character. It makes me want to like fucking kill you.
That's really bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I have not seen a preview for that, thankfully.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a show, Justin.
I think that's a show, Julian. I think that's a show.
Yeah. We only had like one item for comments, questions, or concerns, so
Yeah,
we'll sit on that.
we'll just
Send us
table it.
more.
Yeah.
You know where to get at us. Look forward if you're a patron. We just had Retailer Therapy, like I said, come out, and then we have Cinemorons on the way for executive producers, and then we will be doing Suffer Select for associate producers. But thanks as always to the wonderful Megan McDuffie for our theme song and interstitial tracks. Thanks to friend of the show, John Gholson, for being our announcer and providing us with our logo and artwork.
Yep.
Thanks to you for listening to the show. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Stage Select. I've been Julian Titus. He's been Justin Ham. We've been the Stage Select. Signing off.
Uh-huh.
The Stage Select is copyrighted and owned by Space Monkey Mafia Productions, specializing in independent podcasting. Please consider sharing the show with your friends and support us by joining our Patreon or donating to our coffee. Thank you, and good night.